Hi, we are on to week 4. It is now Friday. I did record yesterday, but it was quite late at night, so it's a little bit dark, so I thought I would do it again today. I am going to sit and crochet whilst I talk to you because I need to get this done. Actually, let's start with this. So I wound the second skein into a ball on, I think, Tuesday night, and I'd already said to Helen at All Tangled Up that I wasn't really enjoying it, and now I know why. So it turns out that this lace section, which looks like leaves, and it's a four row pattern here, you're supposed to only do it twice and then do back loop rows, but I hadn't. I had literally repeated this about 4 more times. Yeah, so I just happened to look at the pattern after I finished a row, after winding the second skein into a ball and then joining it and finishing that row with that yarn. I got to the end, looked up at the pattern and realised it said repeat once more and then do row 2 4 times. So I had to pull back 16 rows, at least 16 rows. I have no idea how many because I didn't actually look. I just thought, sod it, I'm going to rip it back. So I had to pull back to here. Okay, so that's the start. That's where I pulled it back to. So it was not very big when I pulled it back. Subsequently, I then made more progress on it. So after pulling it back, I then went back to it, did the 4 rows of the back loops and left it. That was Tuesday night. So I have then done 2 repeats of the pattern again, like I'm supposed to this time, and I'm back to the back loops. I think I've got one more, 1 2 3, I've got one more row to do with this, and then I'll go back to another lace section. Now I was getting quite bored and fed up with it because it just didn't seem to be growing very much, and it was taking a long time to do the lacy sections, and obviously now I know it's because you're not supposed to do that many. So yeah, that was a fun Tuesday night. I think we were actually watching a film at the same time. What did we actually watch? Oh, we watched the Tomorrow War, which is an Amazon Prime film with Chris Pratt. I've already seen it, my son's already seen it, but my husband hadn't, so we sat down and watched that on the Tuesday night, using our Fire Stick, and I fixed my shawl. But now, because I'm now doing it properly, it's actually growing a lot quicker. I mean, the fact that I did 4 rows in the same night I ripped back 16 shows just how long it was taking me to do it the way I was doing. Obviously not doing it right. So I am now much happier with it. It is growing a lot quicker. My plan is to get this done before the end of August because it is a sample for Amo, of Amo yarns. Let's find the ball band. And I am using 2 of her skeins, which are called Water Garden, and they are both DK. They are merino nylon 75-25. So it's coming up really nice, and I now have a gumball to work from. So I'm going to keep going, because I really want to get it finished for her. I've had it a while now, and actually I think I may have had it too long, but I've had other projects on the go as well and other samples to do too, so I think I just took on too many samples at the same time, whilst also doing a cow at my local yarn shop, so it's been very busy. So we also had 2 crochet classes on the Tuesday. Both went really well, and because it was International Granny Square Day on Monday, everyone has been working on granny squares, so it's been really lovely seeing them work something a little bit different, but still using the techniques and the stitches they've already learned, and actually finishing something, but also at the same time trying to read a pattern, which has been really good. Yeah, so that was 2 on Tuesday, and then we had Knit and Natter Wednesday, and it was really nice actually, because everyone some of the ladies that came Tuesday for the crochet class came on Wednesday for Knit and Natter and brought their crochet with them, so that they could get some more practice in, which was really nice. I think there was only actually one person knitting on a Wednesday. We kind of took over with crochet, but it was just lovely to see them all excited about it and actually getting on with it, which was really good. So we then had our third session Wednesday evening, and again everyone got on so well, and we actually have a couple of spaces open up for that session as well. We've got a couple of people joining us next week to fill a couple of them, so that will be good. And yeah, it's just been going really, really well. On the Monday we did a little bit of stock take, and somehow it just took forever. I don't know how. We really don't know. I think it's because somehow I've lost the original paperwork of how many balls there were, but I think even if we had that, it would still have taken the same amount of time. I think it's because we had to get everything out and then work out how many we were putting in each box, because we had a limited amount of boxes. And actually a lot of the yarn is still in full bags, so it was going backwards and forwards to see what we actually had. But yeah, so that was Monday. We did the yarn and the chunky for Stylecraft, and I think we did the King Cole Big Value DK as well. I'm sure that was Monday, because we found quite a lot of it, and it meant that we had another shelf done basically. So I was like, oh, let's just do it. We know where it is, we've got everything there, none of it was in the shop, so let's just do it. And we did, so that was good. Yesterday was Thursday, so went to see my nan yesterday with my dad. She's been in hospital because she broke part of her leg quite close to her hip, so she's been in rehabilitation for that. She is coming home. I think they're hoping to send her home next week, but it means moving or getting rid of some of her furniture and getting a hospital bed downstairs for her and stuff like that. So yeah, so that was an interesting day. I got to show her the Fun of the Fair bag that I made, because she hasn't seen anything for a little while now, and I showed her this as well, the shawl, so she could see what I'm actually working on, because she's the person who taught me to crochet when I was about 7 years old. At the same time, she also taught me to knit and to use her sewing machine, which is probably why I went into fashion when I went to college and uni, and why I'm now a textiles teacher. So yeah, a little bit of history there for you. Yeah, so it's just really nice to see my nan. We also went to Morrison's to pick up some snacks, and I then left a whole box of cookies in the car. So my dad's now had to bag them up, so that I can take them with me to at the weekend. We're going on a spa weekend. But before I get to that, let me talk about today. So first, he went down really well actually. Last night I also did some more crochet, but in the morning before I went out, I actually did some work. Now I've been meaning to do this work since we broke up from school in July. So I managed to do a few slides and get at least the first few lessons sort of planned for GCSE, because we're running a whole new GCSE. It's the first time I've done this course, and I'm having to make my own resources, so this is going well. Yeah, so that was yesterday. And then today, what have we done today? Not an awful lot actually today. My husband and I walked to Lakeside. And the reason we walked to Lakeside is because it's just easier. If there is an accident on the road and we've driven to Lakeside, we're stuck. So, yeah, we walked there because he's always nagging me that I need to get out walking more and do some more exercise. So, it takes me about 40 minutes though to walk there because I have quite a short stride. And when my feet hurt, it makes it even longer. I don't really have any proper walking trainers at the moment, so I'm having to switch between different pairs of shoes to see what is comfortable at the time. It's not always the pair I think it's going to be. So yeah, we walked to Lakeside. The reason we went to Lakeside is because my brother-in-law was down. He's getting married in February. So him and his fiance were down looking for suits because he's also going to a wedding in a couple of weeks. And I think they also did their wedding ring shopping whilst they were there as well and got that sorted. So yeah, we went and spent a few hours with them looking for suits. Turns out some of the suit shops that used to be in Lakeside are no longer there. So we were looking for T.M. Lewin or Halls and Curtis, and what I think has happened is that they have gone because of COVID, because no one was buying suits because they weren't going to work. Yeah, so they're no longer there, so we had to find... There's only really 3 suit shops in Lakeside, unless you go to House of Fraser or you try and find something in like Top Man or River Island Men. There's not an awful lot of choice anymore, which is surprising. But there is Matalan in the retail park, so you could always go there as well. We settled on Suits Direct. They had quite a nice selection actually. A couple of like tweedy style ones, like they look Harris Tweedy in style, and I think they're the ones he actually went for. In the end he got two different colours, because apparently he doesn't own a suit. My husband owns a suit. I mean, which men over 30 do not own their own suit? My son has a suit. Admittedly it might not fit him anymore, but he does have a suit. But yeah, so that's what happened there. But they ended up putting it through as an online transaction, I think, in the end, so that he could get a little bit more discount on it. So that was really helpful. However, he had no signal on his phone to complete the transaction. So he went outside the shop to try and do it on his phone and it didn't work. I ended up hotspotting my phone so he could do it through that. But I always forget where the password's hidden in it, so it took me a little while to find that so he could actually access my Wi-Fi from my hotspot. But yeah, all sorted. He's got his 2 suits. I think he even picked up some shoes as well. Whilst he was trying them on though, my husband and I went to Poundland because I've run out of shampoo and conditioner, which is never a good thing, especially when your hair is ridiculously long. So yeah, had to get some of that, and then we couldn't decide what we were going to do for food because it was about 1 o'clock by this point, and they decided that actually to save some money they went and got a couple of bits from Sainsbury's and they came back to ours. So we had a little bit of we had some garlic bread and we had meatballs and pasta. So that was our lunch. So we don't really need anything big for dinner, which is good. Joey even had some as well when he got home from going and looking after the dogs that he's looking after at the moment. So yeah, it's been a nice afternoon. It did take us a little bit longer than 40 minutes to walk home because my feet were hurting by then, and at that point it's all uphill as well, which is not good. But I have done over 10,000 steps today, so that's one achievement. And I'm going to finish this row, and then when the light starts to go a bit more, I'll get the laptop out and do some more work. Because when I sit in my bow window, it's very bright and I can't actually see the computer screen, which is not helpful. So yeah, I'm gonna do some, I have to do some more work. So that's for today. Tomorrow I am driving up to my parents' house and leaving my car there for the weekend, because it was my aunt's birthday on Tuesday. It was also my brother-in-law and his fiance's birthday on Wednesday. It's been a busy week. And anyway, so yeah, we are going for a spa weekend for my aunt's birthday. I think it's her 60th. Can't actually remember. Yeah, so we're going for a weekend away for her birthday. We've got a couple of treatments booked, and I've literally just packed my bag, because I realised that actually if I wear a dress there and I pack a dress for tomorrow night for dinner, then I can just wear the same dress I wore there on the way home, because actually I'm not really going to be in it for very long. We're going to end up spending all our day in the spa itself, so we're going to be around a pool and a jacuzzi, and we're going to be in dressing gowns. So we only need really to take swimwear. Yeah, so I've just packed swimming costumes. My mum went and found a couple more for me actually, because I realised that I haven't bought a swimming costume probably since before we got married, and that was 2019. And I've got a lot bigger since then as well. Now what I did find though is I actually have one swimsuit that does fit me, and that's because I think it was bought for my great aunt and it didn't fit, so I now have it. Yeah, so I do have one that fits, but I've now got two for my mum as well. So actually I've got 3 swimsuits when I only really need 1 or 2 for the weekend. Yeah, so I just need to decide now what project I'm going to take with me in terms of crochet. Like, do I take this because I know it needs doing? Do I take my Hexie cardigan that I've started? Do I take the lion that I started? I could even take something completely new. Haven't decided yet. I could take one of those projects and something new though. That would break it up a little bit. Not sure. But alas, that is the weekend. And then we'll be into week 5. So not really much else to show you. I'm going to need to take a picture of my bag actually, because I haven't got a picture. And get that posted. Oh, I also did a puzzle, because I was at my parents' house yesterday after going to my nan. I said to my dad, like, you've got no puzzle out. You haven't started a puzzle. Why is there no puzzle on the table? And he's like, well, what do you want to do? I was like, I don't know, just give me a puzzle. So he gave me a 500 piece one, which I finished before I left. When I finished it though, there was a piece missing that I couldn't find. Turns out it was on the floor, between, I think it's between the chair legs or the table legs, and they've got like a little wheelie unit under there which they keep things for packing up parcels and stuff in, because that table is used for everything, as any dining table should be. And yeah, so that was yesterday and today. I might take some photos for the weekend, because I don't know where we're going. We're going somewhere near Hertfordshire. We've never been to this spa before, so I might take some photos of the weekend as well. So if I don't speak to you before Monday, have a lovely week, and I'll see you all again soon. Take care. Bye. Living space, lounge space, with the TV, through another door. That's our bedroom, king size bed. bathroom, and when I say bathroom, there is a bath. Nice big sink, and we have a shower. I have never been in such a big hotel room. This is amazing. And round here, we've got our wardrobe, tea and coffee, and our mini fridge, and another door. I think we're going to have a nice weekend. So as I said earlier, I'm away for the weekend. I'm at Hanbury Manor, and it is a Marriott hotel, and we have got spa treatments. There's also a golf course, because why not? So it means it's perfect for like groups of people to come here. Like the men can go play golf, the women can go and have spa treatments. It is so pretty out here though. Yeah. Really pretty. So I'm here for Saturday and Sunday. Just had back massage, which was lovely. So much tension in my shoulders though, honestly. I think I need like someone to just hammer my shoulders. And then I had a facial because my face has not had anything done to it for a while, and I tend to just use a face wipe and go in the morning, and obviously that's not brilliant for my skin. So yeah, but it's beautiful here, and the sun is still shining, and I don't even know what time it is, probably about 5 o'clock-ish. Yeah, I'm here with my mum, my aunt, because it's for her birthday. It's her 60th, I believe. I'm rubbish at remembering years of birthdays. And we're here with my grandmother, and then we have my aunt, my cousin Eleni, and my cousin's fiance Holly. So my cousin and Holly have just gone in for their treatments, and the rest of us have just come out from ours. So time to go back to the pool and relax a little bit, I think. But yeah, I thought I'd come on and say hi. I have brought my crochet, because why not? And my mum made us all goodie bags as well, so there is some yarn floating around and some knitting needles, so we can all have a go. Turns out my cousin cannot crochet or knit. She's a technology teacher just like me. So I think we're going to try and teach her this weekend. And turns out Holly can knit, so we just need to help her get started, I think. So yeah, that's what we're going to do for the rest of the day. And then we've got dinner. I think dinner's around 7 o'clock-ish. So I have to go up and get showered and get dressed and ready for that. Yeah, it's going to be a really nice weekend. I got up about 6:30. Went to the pool, did maybe 24 lengths. It's not a very wide pool. And my swimming costume is not brilliant. Let's just say you can't go fast in it, and leave that up to the imagination. So we've just come back to our room to shower. That was an experience. And we're going to get ourselves ready, go down for breakfast between 8 and half 8, and then I think we're going to go back into the spa for a little while, because my grandmother has another treatment this morning, and then we're going to go home. Oh no, I think we've got, I don't know if we've got lunch booked or not, can't remember. Yeah, so that is today's plan. I made a start on my granny's wet blanket last night using the Cherish and Cherished King Cole yarn, which I bought a while ago because I really love the spearmint colour when that came in. So I bought all the colours to go with it. Now I've done all the colours, the solids, and then I went to do 2 rounds of the spearmint, but the colour changes are not frequent enough to get for it to work properly. and because I'd finished on yellow, the first colours that came out were yellow and orange, and I was gonna go back into the orange afterwards. It's like a peachy colour. So I did 2 rows last night, or 2 rounds, and then I looked at it and I was like, it doesn't look like I've actually added a new colour. So what I might do is do a round of white, then do 2 rounds of the spearmint, and then another round of white, and then go back into my colours. Yeah, because it's not really breaking up as much as I wanted it to. But that's a task for today, and oh my god, I cannot find the middle of these King Cole balls at all. Every time I try and pull it, like pull out the middle, I just end up with a knot, so I've had to work from the outside of the balls. But I'm liking it so far, so I just hope I'm able to add the spearmint into it and not just do the colours, because that's the whole reason I wanted to do that project, was to do with the spearmint. So I need to dry off and get ready for the day. So I think I went to bed maybe around midnight, don't really know, because I wanted to get that second round done on that, but then I pulled it all back, so I just had the colour bit done. But yeah, we're gonna go for breakfast soon. I've got to wake up my cousin because they were not awake whilst we were down in the swimming pool. Oh, also went in the sauna. Haven't been in the sauna for ages, but it made my palms itch. Not really sure why. Also went in the jacuzzi. Haven't been in either of those probably since we went on our honeymoon. I don't know if I went in the... I don't think I went in the sauna when we were on our honeymoon. Anyway, I'm gonna go get ready. As the saying goes, August things must come to an end. We've had a very, very nice weekend here, and it's time to head home and then say goodbye to my family and go back home to Joey. Not sure I'll pop in again later. Oh, actually I need to show you my crochet, don't I? So I'll do that later. And then it's time for another week of summer holidays. I'll see you all again soon. Bye.